Hey everybody, welcome back to myRE360's Be Your Own General Contractor. My name is Adonis Lockett, and in this module we're going to be discussing knowing the requirements. So first of all, when you want to be your own general contractor and manage your own project, there's essentially three things that you need to know. One, you need to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's the easiest way for you to implode your project. Number two, you need to have a good team. I cannot stress the importance of this particular topic. And if you log on to the myRE360 Education Library, there's an entire education series about how to go about building your real estate team. And number three, you need to have a sufficient and effective project management system. So know what you're doing. What does that even mean? So the first thing that you want to consider is that you want to have a clear understanding of your exit strategy. Now, the reason why you want to understand your exit strategy is because that will help determine your quality and style of rehab that you're going to perform. Now, with that said, that means that as you are talking to your team about what you want to do, you have to be able to answer all of the questions for your subcontractors. For example, do you prefer method A or method B? Now, method A may be something along the lines of, do you just want to repair or do you want to mitigate and replace? Are you going to be pulling permits? Do you prefer to be proactive or reactive? Do you want the project to just be fixed and look acceptable, or do you want to go ahead and get ahead of any potential issues that may come? So ultimately, you need to ask yourself, do I want to be preventative or do I want to be reactive? And that will directly tie into your exit strategy from a flip or a rental. The next thing is you need to ask yourself, when unidentified issues come up, is your plan to mitigate or is your plan to do a full repair? Now, depending on what your exit strategy is, again, will determine the path that you want to proceed with. So ultimately, depending on your exit strategy, the question continuously will come up, are you going to be doing preventative repairs and address existing issues, or are you going to be proactive and just replace anything that may be of concern? So what is more important, quality or cost? When you know your exit strategy, that's the easiest way for you to answer that question. Now, with that said, as part of you managing your own project and being your own GC, you're going to really need to know the details of the work that each subcontractor is going to be doing. Do they need the house cleared out for them to do their work? Will their work affect electricity, water, or the safety of others? For example, if an electrician is in the house, it's a good chance to protect himself. He's going to have the electricity turned off to the entire house, or maybe even just a few rooms. So if there are other subcontractors in the house, that may adversely impact the work that they're doing. So let's take the example of a plumber. It is important to know the details of the work required for a plumber that is in your house. So for example, what are they doing and what is the cost of each line item for the work that they are performing? When they're replacing drains, supply lines, valves, it is important that you know not only the cost of the material, but the actual standard market rate for the labor being performed. Electricians, you want to know things like how much does it cost to replace an electric panel, outlets, switch plates, and everything that an electrician will typically do in your project. Foundation companies, if there is foundation that is being performed on your house, what is the cost per pier? Typical turnaround time for them to come in and perform their work. Will anything that they are doing affect the work of any of the other subcontractors that are going to be in this project? It is important to know these things because the work of one subcontractor may, to a small capacity or a large capacity, affect the work of another. When you're talking to painters, are they spraying or are they rolling? So think about this. You have a painter that is going to roll the entire house. Now that sounds pretty standard. Now a painter who's going to spray, if there is flooring, countertops, you got to think about the collateral damage that may come from a painter who sprays versus that rolls. These are critical questions that you need to ask of your subcontractors, and not only ask, but you yourself as the investor and the GC need to know. A roofer, for example, how much do they charge per square? It is important for you to know the difference in the shingle types when they're installing your roof. Is it a flat or a rolled roof? These are the type of things that your subcontractor is going to expect you to know if you are the ones that are officially driving the project. So it's critical to know the details of the work being done for each of your subcontractors, because should anything arise, they're going to expect you to have a clear path forward. It is critical for you to have a good team. Take the 1996 Chicago Bulls or the 2017 Golden State Warriors. These are examples of good teams because there was synergy and a chemistry that existed on everyone on the court. One assisted the other, and there was a dynamic from one player to the next that allowed the project and their process to flow efficiently. Your rehab team needs to have similar chemistry for you to successfully be your own GC and manage your own project. So let's dive into the importance of a good team. So number one, and often the most important, they help you avoid costly mistakes. Now, a good team will advise you against things that you want to do. Whether you believe it's saving you money, it's going to save time in your project, a good team will actually be your checks and balances. A good team will tell you, hey, I understand it's going to save you money and save you time, but you are sacrificing quality. You want a good team to help you avoid costly mistakes. A good team will also teach you things while you're on your project. Now, a lot of subcontractors are typically willing to make you understand what it is they're doing, why they're doing it, and the overall impact. So a good team will want you to understand what it is they're doing, so come future projects, you have a clear understanding of how to move forward. A good team will also help you improve your operation by implementing tricks of the trade. Now, tricks of the trade is not necessarily cutting corners, but there are instances where you can supplement an expensive fix for a costly save and not sacrifice quality. A good team will teach you exactly how to do that. A good team is going to help you save money, meaning a good team will teach you the different things that individual subcontractors can do or should do to save you money. They will also provide additional resources to help you grow your business. For example, if there is a void that exists in your team, a good team will refer out reliable subcontractors that can help expand your resources and ultimately make you more competitive and help you grow your business. Now, a good team will be reliable and consistent. Now, at the end of the day, people are still people, and there will be schedules that slip or appointments that are missed. But a good team is typically reliable. They come through and do what they say when they're going to do it, and they are consistent. They are typically same pricing and they're similar in the way they conduct business on a regular basis. A good team will not take advantage of you. Now, I want to stress to you, your subcontractors very often have the opportunity to take advantage of you and get more money out of you. A good team will not want to try to take advantage of you and take money from you because they know the importance of a long-standing relationship is typically more critical than a few more dollars on any one project. So you want to be able to trust your team, and you want your team to trust you. So a good team consists of all of these things that we just discussed. Now, what if I told you that all you need to do to maintain a good team is to pay them well and treat them respectfully? Sometimes, folks, it is just that simple. When you take care of your team will take care of you. So, what's an example of not a good team? Think about the contractors that don't have insurance, that don't have their tools, reliable transportation to the job, that everything just seems to be an issue or a lot that you would expect to be the minimum requirement. So there are multiple examples of a good team. So what's an example of not a good team? Let's take the 1998 to 2045 Dallas Cowboys. Let's be honest. We're all thinking it. I'm just saying it. So to recap, know what you are doing. Have a good team and have a project management system in place. Now, I know we did not discuss project management system in this education module, but we are going to talk about project management for the next 3 or 4 modules on all the different things that comprise a project management system. But I did want to make sure everyone understands that one of the main requirements to successfully being your own GC is know what you're doing, having a good team, and having a good project management system. And make sure you click the like button on this video. You can follow me on social media at Adonis Lockett on Facebook and Instagram. You guys have been great, and I look forward to seeing you in the next module.